homicide had absolutely nothing to do with the disappearance of Nicholas Shore. The prosecution attempted to point a finger at Sam Seaside by the fact that a gun was stolen from Sam's house, without realizing there are 3 fingers pointing right back at them. The prosecution simply blamed Sam because she was the easiest option. Sam lived in the house, so she must have stolen it, right? Wrong. I believe Ronnie Johnson described that party at Sam's as a little wild. Sam never even touched the gun that night. Meaning, there are many other suspects that have been overlooked by the prosecution. The prosecution's assertion of the ultimate issue cannot be proved beyond reasonable doubt because they're missing a rather large part of their case, a body. The elements in this case that go along with the prosecution's burden of proof that they must prove are that A, Sam Seaside knowingly caused the death of another person. The prosecution has failed to prove either of these points because how can Sam have caused the death of another person when she didn't kill anyone? Because, ladies of the jury, you cannot prove something that did not happen. The defense has disproved everything against Samantha, and still, the prosecution will not accept that there's nothing to prove. Sam's only wish is that Nikki be brought back to her, and that this nightmare be over. The only thing that Samantha Seaside is guilty of is being a great friend. My final point is that there is no testimony from Joe Turner. How can Sam be pinned with an unjust guilty verdict beyond reasonable doubt when Joe Turner cannot be present to provide her information on the disappearance of Nikki? How can you completely eliminate Joe Turner, listed as one of the last people seen with Nicholas Shore, as a possible suspect? Today you have heard from Devin Black, a good friend of Nikki and Sam, admit that although they had some arguments at times, they always resolved them. You've also heard her state that they even acted like siblings. Now, let me ask you this, members of the jury. Is it more probable that one would hurt a family member or an ex-boyfriend like Joe? Next, you've heard from Chief Crime Scene Analyst Cameron Paul, who stated that he collected the t-shirt with a small blood stain from Sam's residence and passed it off to Casey Vince. He also waited until Casey Vince got to the scene to even start processing the vehicle. You've also heard Cameron Paul falsely identify Samantha Seaside, someone he has met not once, but twice, members of the jury. How can Mr. Paul so easily convict Samantha of murder when he can't even identify her? You've heard from Casey Vince that she could not properly identify the hair that she tested to not only the blood on the t-shirt, but the blood stains in the vehicle, to even being Nicholas Shore. Members of the jury, Your Honor, there is no conclusive evidence in this case that pinpoints my client, Samantha Seaside, even relatively have anything